was going to give any advice to another person, my main point would probably be to make sure you take time for yourself. Especially in our culture that's very hustle and bustle, I think working hard is pushed heavily. There's nothing wrong with working hard, but you also need to take time for yourself, find hobbies, find out who you are. And I think it can get lost once you start focusing on hustling and bustling to move up in the world. So yeah, I think that would be my advice.
I think there's a lot of different paths in life. And I think that each and every one can be successful in their own way if you just go for it and put your all into it. Not everyone is going to be interested in the same thing. That's totally fine. I myself have gotten into streaming over winter break where I play video games in front of other people. And I kind of went like balls to the wall with it, and I low-key made a bit of cash. I stopped it coming back to school because my real passion is film and videography, and so continuing to do that and put my all into that is what makes me happy. But being able to put part of myself into streaming also made me really happy, and if that was a path that I chose, I know that I could have been successful, but it's only because I would have put my all into it. So no matter what you want to do, no matter if people think it's a lazy job or if people think it's an easy job, if you put your all into it and you make it your own, then you can be successful in your own way and you can have a very fulfilling life. But you just gotta put your all into it, and you gotta stop half-assing things, because there's too much of that in this world where people just half-ass things, and people even come to college. I see this a lot when people come to college, pay thousands of dollars for classes, show up, don't pay attention, or don't even show up at all, and they get handed a degree and then they don't know what to do with that degree. And I just think if you find your passion, or even if you make something your passion, because it's not always a direct feeling. Sometimes you have to make your own passion and choose something and then just go with it and hope it works out. But as long as you're just putting your all into it, then I think creating your own idea of success and all that will come. But just putting full effort in, I think, is my one piece of advice for a stranger.
Your life like it's like a fantasy or like a cartoon, and that goes for like many things, like how you dress. You should just dress like for fun, like not for others but for yourself. And if you don't want to dress like also for fun, that's also okay. And also just like I don't know, everything you do in your life, romanticize your life, you know? That's what makes it fun, and that's what makes like living.
Don't miss out on those opportunities because you think they're going to take too long, because the time is going to keep going whether or not you choose to do it.
I would just say keep smiling through no matter what. Like, you're gonna always get through it. You know, time is gonna pass.
Not everything needs a reaction. That sometimes you can see things and kind of just observe and note it to yourself. Yeah, that's kind of how I put it.
Just to not let the little things get to you. There's so many big and important things in life that we take for granted a lot of the times, and we're just so focused on all the small things that we think are making our lives terrible, when in reality, if we just look at the bigger picture, you see a lot more good than you do bad. And I mean, I've been depressed my entire life, and figuring that out has helped me a lot, getting through my depression. So, I mean, that would be my absolute biggest piece of advice, is to stop sweating the little things. I know things can get scary sometimes in life, but we are humans, and we will find a way out of it. And if we don't, it was probably better off that way, because I think most of us can get through it.
You have to learn to let people go, I think.
To appreciate life, like not just like what's around you, but the lives around you, like your pets or like your family members or your friends. Even if like you don't have strong connections to them, appreciate that that is a living being, and not everyone has the same amount of time on earth as someone else. And I don't know, I think that's just like something to go by, to always appreciate and like be grateful for the moments you have, because you can never, like, you never know when you can never know when something can change, I guess.
Don't take everything so seriously, because if you take everything seriously, like to the point where you can't enjoy the things that you're supposed to be passionate about, the things that, you know, you work on that you really want to work on, I feel like not only does it drain the enjoyment that you get if you treat everything like, oh, it's some big thing that needs to get done, or it's a competition, you kind of, it drains the fun out of it for yourself and for other people around you. And I don't know, it just, I think it just makes life so much more difficult to see things that way, which is why I don't really take anything seriously at all. But, you know, just try and have fun, try and enjoy whatever time you have.
Don't take yourself too seriously. Like, obviously you should try with things, but don't try so hard and don't get so self-absorbed that you stop having fun and that you take the enjoyment out of things. Just live life and you know, laugh at it.
Alright, don't stand. Alright, so let's get out of this area, okay?
Just be interested in things. I'd say don't be afraid to be interested in things. Don't be embarrassed to be interested in things. It can be niche, it can be mainstream, but I think to be an interesting person or to make interesting art, you gotta be interested in things. And not be afraid of that. Like, own that shit. Because I think there was a while that I was definitely not honest with myself about the shit I was interested in. And I would see it as embarrassing, and I've been trying to be more open and honest with the people around me about just shit that I've, like, never said to anyone about, like, oh yeah, I used to be, like, super into, like, cryptids as a kid. Like, that was, like, number one. Like, I was obsessed. Like, I had books and books and books. Like, Chupacabra, like, all the different fucking lake monsters of the U.S. Like, everyone's got a Nessie spin-off. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, like, the shit you're into, I'd say own that shit, 100%.
Don't let anyone make you feel like you're not being yourself. You always want to be yourself and you want to be true to who you are. It took me a while to realize that. And ever since I found out who I am and what I want to do with life and where it's taking me, it's been good. I've been happy recently because of that. I found out who I am, and I found out what I want from life and how I want to come at it, and it's made me happier, and I've appreciated that about myself, and I hope other people can do that for themselves. So I think that's what I have to say.
Do the things you love. Was this supposed to be like something profound?
No.